No, I was just waiting to see what it looks like. Cool, it's working. Okay.
Woo woo.
Well, right now it's going to project me a bunch of times.
Why?
Because it's just capturing my screen, so it's just repeating this window.
It's kind of cool looking.
A lot.
Like a very lot.
Look at those faces. All right, I'm going to give time for people to come in before we get going. But, that's cool. I think, is it doing it for all of them?
We're just going to stare at this for the next hour.
It might be doing it for all of it. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to let people get in. I'm going to provide, kind of like last time, just provide a bunch of general updates of everything I know. Give you updates on everything I don't know yet. And then I'll personally be showing for my students where everything's going to be. And then, if Mrs. G has anything to add before I go there, she'll be making a video for her students as well. So
that'll be on Canvas tomorrow. So if you're in my class, we are, everything will be up there in the morning for you. So no fret tonight.
Okay. I'm going to go feed our dog.
I'll do it.
Because she is being
Do you want to eat?
very,
Do you
very
wanna eat?
pushy. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was not in. Can you sit?
Doom, zoom, zoom. It says I'm offline. Why does it say I'm offline? I'm streaming. Okay. Oh boy.
Are you offline?
No, it's a little slow.
Did you crash the servers?
I don't know. It just wasn't updating with how many people were viewing, so I don't know. I think I'm frozen right now. Oh yeah, I am very frozen.
Do you want me to stream it and
Nope.
see if...
But
This is going great.
can people just shoot me a text on Remind if everything is okay? It might just be a little laggy.
My button is really good today.
Let's see. It's working. They might just need to refresh the page. Okay. Feel free to refresh if need be. I'll get started in a minute. All right, cool. Not frozen. It's just on my end.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to provide all these updates in this video, and even if you're not checking it in now, we'll send a video out. So, bunch of general announcements to be aware of. If you need a school-issued device, you could have gone in today, or you can go in tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. They will be in A109 in by the attendance office. If you need to pick up belongings, you may do so tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. If students have not met with their counselor, and I think this email was sent out to everyone,
Yeah,
but I just want to make sure we're on the same page. If you have not met with your counselor for course selection next year, they're going to hold these meetings remotely. Please wait until your counselor reaches out to you.
Did you need to mention with the devices the AP Classroom thing?
Yeah, I'll mention that at the end.
Okay.
Scholarship applications for seniors have been extended from March 20th to March 27th. They will be submitting applications electronically, and extending the deadline will allow you guys to make sure you can accommodate for this. More information to come. The applications for CEIP for the 2020-2021 program are postponed. More information to come. They also recommend that although the library is closed, that you can access a variety of resources via audiobooks and ebooks, and they sent a link to that. Let me see what other updates I have. Stuff they're still working on. Grading expectations. We have no idea really what's going to happen with third quarter or fourth quarter. Regents exams, we don't know about yet.
I think the big message with that, guys, would be don't stress about that right now.
Yeah.
That should not be a source of stress for you. We will, when we know more, we'll tell you more. But right now, if you're worried about retakes or you're worried about making something up, that we'll get to that when we can. Don't stress about that for right now.
Yeah. The main purpose of a lot of this remote learning for a lot of classes is just keep you guys engaged and give you guys some routine so that this is not like a 4-week break. Do not treat it that way. Everyone's going to be assigning work of some kind to you. It might be different from class to class, but you'll be getting some sort of work at home. What each individual teacher and like team decides to give you might differ. So like it's going to differ between Regents and AP Chem. It's going to differ between all your math classes, but we're going to come to a decision as a team in regards to that. But so don't worry about Regents exams. We have no idea what's going to happen there. I wouldn't really worry about testing in general. Obviously, we can't really give you guys a test at home. So we're going to wait and see what the state decides there. AP exams. They're going to make an announcement about that by the end of the week. I know there's a lot of ideas floating around about even testing at home. I have no idea how they'll manage that, but I know that's one of the points they were making, they being the College Board. But a lot of you got my texts already. They've canceled the May SAT. They've canceled the rescheduled March SAT. So I think the original March SAT was like the 5th.
Yeah.
The makeup date was the 14th. They just totally canceled that. The April ACT was changed to June. So if any of you signed up for the SAT in May or you were on the makeup day for March, you can call College Board and request for a refund. What else was there? General announcements of? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
As far as grading goes, what we discussed today at school was the idea that nothing is meant here to punish you. So if you're learning or previewing new things in your classes, you are not going to be given grades where you would be like penalized for not understanding that. So if we're previewing something new, that's great and that will help us when we get back, but you are by no means going to like lose points if you're stuck or if you don't understand something. Like we're not setting, expectations that you guys are teaching yourselves. It's not what you signed up for.
Right. So if any teacher decides that they will teach you new content, so for example, I'll just tell you right now, Mrs. Bell and I will plan on teaching you new content. The whole purpose of it is to correct it, not grade it. So we will check it over. We'll discuss it as a class. We'll discuss it with you individually, but it is not going in the grade book. So just keep that in mind. If anyone decides to give you new content, don't feel like you're going to be tested on it when you get back, that there'll be a pop quiz on April 20th, or that, you'll be tested on it at home.
Yeah.
It's all for like, let's expose ourselves to it. Let's practice it now in a relatively stress-free environment.
And the other thing I would say is if you're somebody, I know especially for math, if you're somebody who sees a tutor, please don't go out of your way to go out of your house and go find a tutor somewhere when there's not even restaurants that are open that you could meet at. We are here to help you guys. And when we get back to school, we understand that everybody, will have had a different experience over this month. And so this isn't a time to be stressing or worrying about trying to find a tutor. This is a time to be keeping up, asking your teacher questions, but not, I would say, freaking out.
Right. I want to say that's it for the general stuff. So I'm just going to pause for a minute before I go into chemistry stuff. So if people have questions now, feel free to send them away. I know a few of you asked questions and I've already sent them off to the district. Someone asked about not the SAT, but the prep classes they offer. what's happening with those. I wasn't sure, so I passed those along to the district. A few of you guys asked me about, like, I wanted to retake or make up a quiz or test that was taken in February. What's the deal with that? I don't know the answer to that either, so I kind of passed that along. Those are like those grading, what's the policy going to be, kind of gray area right now that we're all in the dark on, and we just need to be patient with that. But
the other thing I would say is, like, this is going to be a different way to, like, experience learning for you guys. And actually, before going off to college, this is probably a really good learning experience, because a lot of college is you having to self-direct your learning and manage your time. And so these are things that I can already tell you right now, you're going to need some time to adjust to this. You have a lot more freedom. You have a lot more open time that's not controlled by bells. And so it's a really good idea to set yourself up some kind of schedule, give yourself a place to work, and also know that, like, things are going to pop up and you're not going to be able to get everything done, you know, at once. And so sort of pace it out and give yourself some time to adjust.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all that was discussed today. Before I let Mrs. G out of here and we talk about chemistry specifically, were there any questions students had that you thought of in the past couple of days?
And also, if you think about something, the administrators have already said, any questions we get from you guys, send. So, you know, the more questions you can send to us, the better. If you're watching because you're in my classes, I already have videos ready. They'll be unlocked tomorrow morning that walk you through how everything is laid out, what your expectations are, and sort of how you can contact me. So that's coming. All right. I'm going to moonwalk out.
Sure. I'll give it another, 10 seconds. If I don't get a question, I'm just going to talk specifically about what's happening in Chemland.
I'm going to go hang out with Harper.
I'll start with the Regents kiddos, and then I'll talk about the AP kiddos, and then that'll be it. So this will be, I think, a bit shorter than the one from Saturday. But last call. Anyone have any questions regarding the general procedures of what's going on? Is there a possibility that we come back before the scheduled time? No. That's a pretty firm April 19th is we're out of school until then. Anything else?
Oh, why don't you say don't do 4 weeks worth of work in one day?
Oh, yes. So, we've noticed this as early as this morning. We have started uploading things on Canvas, we being like the teachers in the school, and we have noticed a lot of students see 10 things assigned, so they're going to do all 10 things now. Don't do that. Space it out. If your teacher, let's say your teacher did just upload everything at once, was like, I'm just going to put it all up now so I don't have to worry about it and I'll just check it daily. If they did that, do not do all of them at once. Me, personally, I can't speak for Mrs. G, but I'm going to upload things kind of stepwise. Like, this is what I want you to do over the next 2 days. Wednesday or Thursday, here's what I want you to do over the next 2 days. That's how I plan on handling it. But if you had a teacher that's like, here's everything for the week, or here's everything for the next 2 weeks, get it done by Sunday. Don't do it all today. Space it out. Don't overwhelm yourself. The point is to not get it done as quickly as possible. I know you guys are like craving a little routine right now, and I get it. But try to space out your work so you don't, one, overwhelm yourself, and then find yourself done by Tuesday morning. And now you have this huge length of time where you might not be able to go anywhere or do anything. So
and cram everything and then forget it all.
Yeah, or cram and forget. That being said, I I'm going to move on to my students. I'm going to start with the Regents students and just kind of point you in the correct direction and let you know where to go and where to find things that I'll be assigning. So, first, you're going to want to get to Canvas. So to get to Canvas, you go to, I'm in the staff section, but you can get there from the student section as well. I can't log in as a student, but you'll go to Clever/Canvas, click that, and you will wait for it to load. And then you want to make sure the one that's favorited, or at least the one that you click on, is the Canvas new login. Once you've logged in through Clever, getting to Canvas should be seamless. And when you get to my chemistry page, I'm viewing this as if I were you. The first place I would go is straight to the modules. And I just labeled the heading extended closing work and then week by week. So the week of March 16th, I'll be uploading things every day or every other day. If you see anything uploaded, try to get that done that day or one of those videos per day. So you're basically going to be getting video assignments. There'll be questions embedded within. And then I will hold open office hours throughout the week twice a day, or at least I'm going to aim for twice a day. I haven't officially decided on those times yet. I want to make sure I'm not interrupting Mrs. G during her office hours. And I'm pretty sure she's doing 1 and 7.
1 and 7.
For both classes, or?
I have 3 classes, so.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So Mrs. G is setting aside time to be available at 1 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. I will probably make myself available either at noon or at 2, and then either at 6 or at 8. I haven't made a firm decision yet. I'll communicate that clearly. So at the end of each week, there's going to be some cumulative assignment, and it'll be all the way at the bottom. You do not need to complete the Solutions Castle Learning now. You can see when it is due. I know Solutions was the last unit we just did. I think that's a good thing to start with because a lot of students were in and out of school last week, and about 20 of you missed the quest on Thursday/Friday. We decided as a Regents chemistry team, and I believe the honors chemistry teachers are on the same page as well. So AP kids, earmuffs. We are treating this as a time to review. You will not, I repeat, you will not be exposed to new material. All right? So, Regents and Honors kids, AP Chem, earmuffs, no new material, all review-based stuff. There'll be a lot of videos. Sometimes they might be me. Sometimes they might not be me. Luckily, there's this resource available where people have created things already, and why reinvent the wheel? There's a lot of great resources out there that I can share with you guys, and they will embed questions within. So, again, Regents and Honors chemistry specifically, Regents and Honors students only. No new material at home. We're going to treat this as a time to review and a time to build on skills that we have learned already that will help us when we finally return to school in April. Check Canvas daily. Check here daily. See what is posted. Complete it. If you have questions, you can text me on Remind, or you can tune in to my office hours, which I will be holding live on this channel. Let me pause for a minute before I move to AP to see if I got questions. Mrs. G, what do you think about this? And then toss my phone back. So, those are for my Regents students. All right, check Canvas, go to modules, find the heading right at the top of the page that says extended closing work. If it's something there, get that done within a day or two. And then when more are posted, just continue right along. I'm trying to set this up.
It's only going to be updates for like 2 days. You know, like,
Yeah.
Once we get in a groove, we won't need it.
Hold
Sorry.
on. You're good.
Interrupting.
Hold on.
Did you get what I sent you?
Yes.
That was from
Yes.
Sure.
Got it. Okay. Did they get a message?
No.
Okay. So yeah, just check this daily. I'm setting this up so you're doing like 2 videos a day. And when I look at most of the videos, at most, they're like 10 to 15 minutes. So I think this is doable if you plan it out. Feel free to come join me for office hours. I'll be giving some review-based assignments that are due by the end of the week / let's say they're due before the beginning of the following week. So this Castle Learning assignment down here will be due by March 23rd. All right, AP kiddos. I gotta leave student view for a sec. Our expectations of you. Let me get to your course and then show you. Student view. So, I ended up clicking announcement. Anyway, we are going to take this first week here to like kind of review buffers and KSP, which was the last unit we were working on. And we will start next week learning new things. To reiterate from before, you are not expected to be graded on this. None of this can go in the grade book. We're going to use this as a time to reflect, correct, revise, fix anything that we are not understanding, etc. Same thing for you. You can go to modules. And I haven't uploaded all the weeks yet, but I'm going to break it down by week. What you see posted right now, there's one thing I'd like you to get done tonight. That is download the secure browser for College Board. So on your Mac, PC, or iPad, you can download what they call the lockdown browser just to maintain security of questions. Please get that done tonight. I've also assigned something on my AP called Buffers and KSP Practice. I would get that done by Wednesday. And I've also opened up a discussion board. So if I'm not free during office hours, well, I'll be free during office hours. If you're not free during office hours, or if you have a question and you would like me to answer it, if you don't want to post it on Remind, you can post it on this discussion board. And not only will I see it, but so will all the other students. So if another student can help you and we can start a conversation, I think that'd be very helpful. Obviously, I also understand some of you don't want to share your questions, so you can always text me on Remind or message me personally somehow. But same deal for you. You will have work posted here. On Wednesday, you're going to have the multiple choice test for buffers and KSP. You just have to get that done sometime Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I will assign the buffers test, FRQ, which you will upload to Canvas. If they give you the space on my AP, or I should say AP Classroom, to answer there, do not. Read the question there and then upload it to Canvas. I also have to check that AP Classroom is going to work with FRQ. I'm not sure. It was giving me issues before. Either way, go to Canvas for the FRQ. So you can answer them in Canvas if you so choose. I think the easiest way will be to write them down, take a picture, and then upload it. So, AP Kids, starting next week, we will be moving on. We're going to try to treat this like the AP exams, not changing the dates, even though I think we all know some things are going to happen with the AP exam. And really, I think this will free up a lot of time. It'll be easier than you think once you get used to it in terms of learning this way. And again, we've been through about 85% of the curriculum. The next unit is very fast. And then electrochemistry is also not that long of a unit. It's not as short as the next one, but it's not super long. So this week, we're going to focus on buffers in KSP, which we technically finished last Friday. And then we will move on from there. So that's it for this stream. I'm going to end it now, and I'll send this out to everybody. And I hope you guys have a great day.